幽霊か。幽霊だ。幽霊幽霊。幽霊。
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, Leo sent me a screener for Ghost Killer, and this 2024 Japanese film was directed by Kensuke Sonomura and stars Akari Takahashi and Ayaka Higashino, among others, of course. So what is the story of Ghost Killer? Well, it starts off with this hitman, and he has this big fight, but then he's unexpectedly shot to death, and his spirit gets attached to the bullet casing, which is kind of like kicked to the side and rolls around town, and it is picked up by this college student, and she then gets possessed by the hitman spirit. She can also like see him and have conversations with him, and it's only when they clasp hands is the spirit able to take over her body, and then she becomes, you know, a kung fu master, or at least, you know, killer master or whatever. And the spirit, of course, you know, wants revenge for his own death, and she thinks that will also get rid of his spirit, so that's kind of why she's motivated to, you know, go along with this plan. So they take on this criminal organization, and, you know, she's got to kill them all. What will happen? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. All right, so let's discuss this movie. Well, with this one, it is an action film, and I gotta say, it is action heavy as well. Like every 15 minutes or so, there is, you know, a 5-minute fight scene. So they're also like longer fight scenes as well. They're not like over in the blink of an eye, and they happen quite often. And I gotta say, they're one of the more fun parts in this one. I think it has to do kind of with the style that they're going for. And it's just like very quick motions, and they're just like throwing their hands so fast that you can barely even see them. And the sound effects is just, you know, all swishes and stuff like that. So the fight stuff in this one is one that is entertaining, is very, I would say, attention grabbing. Like whenever there's a fight, like you are paying attention, certainly. And they're long, like they're not short fights either. So the fighting in this one is certainly a standout feature. Other than that, this movie does have kind of a comedic element to it. So it is kind of like funny in a cute way, I would say. After all, you have this like petite college girl doing all of these kung fu things and taking on assassins and really kind of beating them up. Of course, it's, you know, the hitman's soul in her body, but it's just kind of comedic. And of course, she's not into killing and fighting at first, but she gets into it. So she's like, oh no, I can't believe it. It's I don't know. It's quite funny, or at least cute funny, I would say. And like the performances from these actors, I would say they do a good job. I think the main actress, she's in another movie. I think it's called like Baby Assassin or something. I think there's a series even with that title. Did I see that? I think I've seen it, but it wasn't like as action heavy, so I wasn't, you know, very impressed. With this one, with all of the action stuff, you know, it's very entertaining. And then with the performances, I would say they suck you into it. Certainly with kind of this cute performance from the girl, and then kind of this gruff performance from the assassin. And then the assassin, I guess, gets his friend involved, and he's kind of a more mysterious guy. And it's all quite good fun, I would say, with their performances. Certainly they get you sucked into the characters and their relationship, and you really kind of want them to succeed. So yeah, the performances are also great in this one, and certainly create interest in the film itself. So that's also good. Also with this movie, I gotta say, I enjoyed the story itself. A lot of different stuff happens, and there's even like a few twists here or there that I might have seen one of them, you know, a few minutes before it actually came onto screen, but I would say they're generally kind of not too predictable, and a lot of stuff just kind of has different kind of tangents that they go down. And I gotta say, I did enjoy all of the different, you know, storylines that they're doing. She has to go on like dates with other, I guess, influencers, because she kind of wants to be an influencer as well. But then she has to fight those guys for whatever reason. And I don't know, it's all lots of fun. And then even then, like, it's all in Japanese, so like you're reading subtitles, but the way that the subtitles are also fun as well, because it's this criminal organization of hitman, but the girl keeps calling it an antisocial club or something like that, and it's like, oh, an antisocial club, that's who you're fighting, right? Meanwhile, it's, you know, hardcore assassins going around. So I just kind of thought that was, you know, fun as well. So there's lots of different kind of fun elements combined with the action, makes for, I would say, a very entertaining time. And I think that brings me to what doesn't work with this film. And certainly there are, you know, flaws here or there. I would say with the fighting, and I know I enjoyed the fighting, but the way that the fighting is not very serious. It seems like they're just kind of like practice fighting. What it is they're just moving their hands like really fast, like just like this around each other. And it's like they're not even trying to hit each other most of the time. It seems like, I guess they're supposed to be, you know, so fast, like you can barely see it. And then with the sound effects, it's just like these like swishing sounds that just, I don't know, just takes away from the seriousness of the fight. I would say it adds entertainment, but not seriousness. What else can I say? I don't know. It's in Japanese, and like I don't speak Japanese, and that's perfectly fine. I don't mind reading. I just didn't realize how fast Japanese is sometimes. Like there's a lot of syllables coming to you in rapid succession, and not that that's a bad thing. It's, you know, in every language. It was just a little bit distracting sometimes, but you know, that's the way these subtitled films are. So one of those ones where it is, you know, something you gotta read. Like you just have to be aware of that as well. So, you know, it is what it is. So would I recommend this film? Well, I would say, yeah, I think it's very entertaining with all of the fun fights and stuff like that. And of course, the comedic elements as well. So it is out there for you. I think I saw it on Tubi and a few other places. So press play if you want. And as for a rating, well, for the amount of fun I had with it, I gotta give it a 7. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.